Good morning, dear friends. I want to bring you the latest from Giga Berlin. Right now at Tesla Giga Berlin, the latest is that quality over speed. We don't know exactly when Tesla will be able to produce its electric vehicles for customers at its Giga Berlin Gigafactory in Germany. According to the Brandenburg Ministry of the Environment, comments from critics are still being examined after an online discussion. A spokeswoman said that documents or statements were still pending, especially on the area of pollution control and water from authorities, but also from Tesla. So Tesla also has comments and some criticism probably that authorities are examining. The approval process is ongoing. According to the latest reports, however, all the necessary documents are now available. Benjamin Raschke, the leader of the Greens in the Potsdam state parliament, emphasized that there had to be a decision that was as legally secure as possible. Therefore, he said, quality is more important than speed. Let me know your thoughts, friends. Please also subscribe to this channel for daily Tesla news, and let's move on to our next Tesla story. A lot of people think that Tesla is building factories faster than Germany is approving them, like the Gigafactory. And probably some of you believe that view, but it's not correct, friends. The paperwork for Tesla was only finalized a week ago. Tesla built Giga Berlin with preliminary approvals, and Germany acted very swiftly on them. However, Texas is doing much better in that department, despite being bigger and starting later than Giga Berlin. Look, they have complex rules over there in Germany, and the environmental groups that search for every little error at Giga Berlin Gigafactory, they could sue Tesla for. So better have a waterproof approval so that these groups won't be able to sue Tesla. 2 years is super fast in Germany for such a huge project. Also, as I understand it, Germany doesn't issue final operating permits until the construction is complete. So by definition, the permits can't be completed before the factory, and this should be true of every factory, no matter how long it takes to build. So I think we're still good for Tesla Giga Berlin to come online in early January, but as I've said before, it would be great for optics if Tesla did it today before January 1st on December 31st. So then they can say Tesla announced Giga Berlin Tesla started Giga Berlin in 2020 and it was approved in 2021. There is a great benefit for Germany to approve Giga Berlin in 2021, even if it's the 11th hour of December 31st. Just for the optics, in the future, approval in 2021 by the German authorities should be somewhat of a priority, wrote Gus Levi. They can then always state that the factory, Giga Berlin, was started in 2020 and approved by 2021. This is why it's important. Mr. Paul commented and wrote, this delayed Giga Berlin launch is very frustrating. Of course, it will be fascinating to compare the productivity and quality of Tesla's 4 main gigafactories next year in 2022 when they are all up and running. Mr. Paul says, my gut feeling is that in 2022 Tesla Giga Shanghai will be running super smooth and will excel, while at Giga Texas the employees will ramp up production fast with that premier factory and footprint next to in Austin, Texas. While Giga Berlin show the wait was worthwhile, actually, will Giga Berlin show the wait was worthwhile, or in a year from now will Berlin be cleared 3rd or worse still, the 4th gigafactory behind Fremont? What are your thoughts? Let me know, friends. I think Tesla should start building a second factory in the United Kingdom, possibly with the main purpose of supplying right-hand drive for the world. In any case, being able to move production without moving the shell of the factory would be very useful in negotiations with governments and unions. If, for instance, water in Giga Berlin area become a real problem in a few years, Tesla could slide production to the United Kingdom, says one of you guys who have commented below. Tesla will be battery constrained for some time in the future, so batteries can be directed where most useful. I know it's not as easy as I said, says this person, but Elon Musk could move a factory more quickly than the competitors. Tesla took a big risk building Giga Berlin Gigafactory with preliminary approvals, but I think the risk is not as big as you may think. Let's be sensible about this. Giga Berlin's real risk is tiny, says Colin WP, one of you guys who've commented here. Germany is never going to put Tesla or any other massive investment, job creation, etc., and etc., in the position of saying no after outline approval and signing off the many stages of development of Giga Berlin EV factory. It is no-brainer, as they say, but in general, I would agree that US companies and US investors are far more comfortable to accept higher risk, whereas Europeans will not be even a fraction of the same appetite. Tesla just secured 1 year of Giga Shanghai shipping with Hyundai Glovis. This is going to allow Tesla to ship 500,000 extra cars in 2022, and I think Tesla is getting ready to produce the $25,000 car at Giga Shanghai and is readying the shipment logistics so the company can ship them globally. First, Tesla is quietly putting a $190 million investment addition onto Giga Shanghai that will produce huge numbers of electric vehicles in the second half of 2022. This has been reported in the media in November, end of November. Shanghai production is continuing to ramp up with a growing demand worldwide. It's only logical to put in place export shipping contracts. But also Robert Grafham, who commented here before, has an interesting take on it. He says, my take is that this is part of the preparation for up and coming new production. It could be used for Model 3 export in the short term, but I believe, says Robert, this is mainly being set up for the sub $25,000 base Tesla model when that goes into production. Elon has already confirmed that this under $25,000 Tesla EV will be produced and shipped globally from Giga Shanghai, and we already know that new battery deal with BYD for Blade batteries will be used in the new subcontract car. So I think Tesla is preparing the groundwork either for shipping huge quantities of $25,000 affordable car in 2022 or simply to meet its growing demand. 13 battery gigafactories are coming to the United States, ushering a new era for electric vehicle production in the United States. The Department of Transportation has issued a list of battery factory projects in the United States, but has no word about Tesla's factories that produce batteries. At least one of them is new. Here's what the Department of Energy said in its release very recently. Quote, in addition to electric vehicle battery plants that are already in operation in the United States, 13 additional plants have been announced and are expected to be operational within the next 5 years. Of the 13 plants that are planned, 8 are joint ventures between automakers and battery manufacturers. Many of these new plants will be located in the Southeast or Midwest. End of the quote. You notice that it talks about new upcoming battery plants. Giga Texas is new and upcoming. It's not in production yet. Then the report lists Ford, General Motors, SK Innovation, Stellantis, LG, Toyota, Volkswagen, and not a word about Tesla, which is building a huge battery factory at Giga Texas, and it's not online yet. It's new and it's upcoming and should have been in this list in my opinion. Tesla is currently deploying battery cell production capacity at its Gigafactory Texas in Austin, as you may know. It could become one of the biggest battery cell factories in the world with a planned capacity of over 100 gigawatt hour. In any case, adding 13 electric vehicle battery production facilities is going to be a massive wave of battery cell production. Yet it's tough to quantify the impact of those 13 plus new battery factories coming to the United States in the next 4 years. It would be really nice to have the planned capacity for each in the table. I may find that down the road and share it with you, friends. That would give a decent sense of how many electric vehicles we can expect from the United States in 2026.